sounds better.
I unplugged the whole microphone and must have just like not completely been plugged in.
Yeah, as soon as you plugged in, it had like massive interference, and like now it sounds just perfect.
Like it's supposed to, yeah.
Yeah, I can't even hear the nonsense going on behind you now. Because like I was hearing the dog barking, I was hearing the kids. I was like, oh, this is gonna suck.
I mean,
now
it can't be any worse than like a train rolling by and all that shit.
I was like, when did a train roll by?
When we had to struck the air gun on here, and it's like,
oh right, yeah, like every 15 seconds there was a fucking
fun.
train.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually meant to text him and be like, hey, you think a guy that worked in business that sound quality is a big deal? Like,
Right.
You know how to put sound canceling on.
But he had no idea, and he's one of those tech guys that I knew as soon as I said we were going to use Skype, I was going to be like, I guarantee he's got something to bitch about. He's like, oh, fucking Skype's terrible. And I'm like, I knew it.
Zoom.
I don't know.
Fuck a Zoom.
He probably has some like Hollywood thing.
Some Canadian program or something.
It's called Oi. Or
Yeah.
A.
Yeah, Oi would be
English
the
versions.
Aussie one.
Yeah, or yeah.
Yeah, I was like, this guy works in the movies, right? Like, why does his
The
microphone
thing that
sound
bugged
like?
me was like the whole time he's like this. And
Yeah,
I'm like, hey, we're over here. He's like, oh, I don't look good that way. I'm like, so?
Yeah.
Who cares?
This isn't a podcast for getting ladies.
What is this, Alfred Hitchcock? What the fuck's going on over there?
this week we will be
Evening,
discussing.
ladies and gentlemen.
Like, it's already like I have the microphone like as close to right in front of me. Bum ba na 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 da Dave.
So anyways, guys, I was thinking.
What were you
Don't
thinking,
lie.
Dave?
I wasn't thinking.
What would be funny is if we were all like if we could figure out which square we were on.
And then we
On,
faced each other. Yeah.
Yeah, just
That
like
would
whoever
be
we're
awesome.
talking to, we're looking at like the entire time.
I think it changes because, like, for me, Jake, you're up here and Robin's down here.
Right.
My screen.
Well, it must be like who's recording it. So like right now I'm the big one and you guys are the.
No, because it changes. Like if you go watch the videos that we've posted, like sometimes you're the big square, sometimes Dave's the big square, sometimes I'm. Even last week's, it switched in the middle. Dave became the big square after we got our lunch or dinner. I mean,
Weird.
Don't call me
Yeah.
old Big Square Day for nothing.
Big Square Dave is the name of the pre-show.
Big square Dave, absolutely.
I'm really
Oh,
glad my
fuck.
beard has gotten longer again. It's finally to that point that I really enjoy it again, where I feel like I look good again.
I just trimmed.
I'm
mine.
almost a beard shelf. Like I actually just trimmed mine up like about a month ago, and so it's like I'm starting to get it back. Yeah, Dave, yours is almost to beard punch levels.
Yeah, like I'm getting there. Like I don't have hand tail beard yet.
Yeah.
But I also enjoy that we have terms for the length of my beard.
Right.
It's like
First you get hand tail, and then you get mouth beard, and then you got beard punch, and those are
Beard
three
punch.
separate lengths.
see, I'm almost a mouth beard.
Yeah, I'm barely like just the tip. You know what I'm saying?
just the tip in your mouth. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I found
can't
myself.
get the good parts during a meal. You know what I mean?
You can't get the tasty parts of your beard into your mouth.
Jake, you missed a good fucking meal too. Made some ribs tonight.
Well, I've missed a lot of good meals lately.
I ate that corn on the cob the long way. If you know what I mean?
Oh.
Down the hatch,
Yep.
as they say
Cob
in the
and
Navy,
all.
or they say up the hatch.
Either way. What did I say?
One
Hey, what
hand,
did
two semen.
I'm gonna have to. I guess I'll
I
have
don't.
to
I almost typed in my phone to look that up to see if that existed, and then I was like, no, I know
don't.
what follows that.
I
Don't
don't
look
know
that
you're
up.
looking at gay porn now.
Now.
Now, what do
Now.
you mean now? Oh, my goodness.
So I wrote down a couple of things that happened this week that we could possibly talk about. I mean,
All right.
I'll just read them. Deadpool, like you saw the picture, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Northwestern and their coach. Yes.
Yep.
Larry Nasser getting stabbed, not nearly enough.
Right.
And then the home run derby. We could talk about that. I didn't watch
funny.
the All-Star. I forgot.
I started to watch the All-Star game, and then I remembered that it's still just a game of
It's still
baseball.
baseball. Yeah.
Like they don't do anything any better.
Right. They don't do anything funny. They don't do anything
Yeah.
super entertaining.
There's
It's
not
like
like a 2-run home run.
yeah.
Well, I mean, you know what I mean. That's you
They
can't
I
get a
got-
solo
do
home.
something.
You
I
can't
got
get a
your
solo
meaning,
home
Dave.
run. Yeah, can't get a solo home run worth 2 points.
A double home run.
They should do something different, like the NBA All-Star game. There's no defense, so maybe in the baseball one everybody like plays with no glove or something. I don't know.
Or maybe
They have
they
to
play
play-
softball.
That'd be fucking cool.
Oh,
But make him use
center
a skinny
field.
bat.
Yeah.
That's how they do a two-run solo home run. They turn the batter's eye, or center field. They just raise it up like 30 feet, and if
Hit
you can
that.
if you can hit a home run over center field over that 30-foot wall, then it's a
Double
two-run
center.
solo home run.
I like it.
Double homers.
Double homers.
And then you have the Nickelodeon gack if if someone strikes out,
Yes.
hit him with the gack.
And then they could do dick dingers.
There you
No,
go. Wait, no,
Hangouts.
difference.
Egg outs. Yes.
Egg outs in a major
Just
league
have them.
game.
Just have them play mush ball. Like
Professional
the leather.
professional baseball players zinging 95 miles an hour across the diamond, aiming for domes.
Ping!
But they have to wear metal helmets so that it rings.
Yep, we got a
bell-shaped.
ringer. He's out. It's a
Yeah.
ringer.
The
They're
ringer.
wearing helmets that look like the back of Darth Vader. You know, like.
No, they're dark helmets.
Dark-
Yes,
Baseballs.
exactly. Just a huge
Big
ones.
ones.
The ball goes caroming crazily off the helmet into the
Ugh.
crowd. So
Did you
this
see that
guy's out,
kid-
but that guy gets to go to third.
Did you see that kid take the 100-mile-an-hour exit
Yes!
halo to the
Oh my
face?
I
God.
sent it to Jake on the old TikToks.
It was some good shit.
Are we saying that 2 + 2?
Oh,
Mhm.
Dave, is that thing still in your pocket?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, don't
Dick?
forget about that.
I couldn't remember which thing because you gave me multiple things.
Well, the bigger one.
Well, it does make it bigger.
No, no,
Yeah.
no,
No, not that.
no.
Wait, where is it? I gotta find it again. Did I lose it? No, I didn't lose it. All right.
Is it true that if you don't use it, you lose it?
Yeah.
Is it true? Do you remember when you said that the love
Remember
that you make is equal to the love that you take?
Oh,
Is
So
that
that's gonna be my intro for the day. David's first hit of smelling salts in his life.
Oh, you're doing it today? Is that how we're starting the show?
That's how we're gonna start. That's gonna be my intro.
here, I'll do it just for funsies right now. Let me see that.
Yeah, because I still haven't done it yet. I'm gonna try this. Have you
All
been
right.
seeing all those smelling salts videos, Jake?
No.
This is. I don't believe this is as strong as those guys are. That nose slap, but that's the next one I'm gonna buy. Okay.
So what is
You can show it on
What is-
camera. It's not drugs.
No, I was just trying to keep the wind out of it.
Oh.
All right, I'll do it again. Oh. Woo! Scabba! Yeah. I think I'm gonna get some more of those for like the long duck games, like after the game, and I got to drive home.
I know that feeling.
Yeah, just
Little more legal than cocaine and a little cheaper.
a lot cheaper.
Not as much fun. though.
No, not nearly as much fun. Not even close. I was watching a thing with Bert Kreischer. He's talking about. It's like somebody asked me what the first time of doing cocaine was like, and he's like, it's like the first time you have unprotected sex, and you're like, oh my god, this is it. This is where it's at. It's like, and then you talk more. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Still, I'm a downers guy. I'm not an uppers guy.
Yeah, generally, same. But I'll do some. Yeah. let's
Nose
go skiing.
beers.
Nose beers. Dick dingers. minus the dick. Just regular dingers.
Regular standard dingers.
Wonder what's
Double
in that.
dingers if you hit them over the 30-foot fence.
Double dingers.
Oh, it's like, what is that blue thing behind me?
When did they start calling hot dogs glizzies?
Couple years
Last
ago.
year.
Last year?
Yeah,
Like,
they're
last
about.
year's when it started getting popular. But it came from that the hot dog eating Nathan's, because that's what they call their hot dogs. And then it just kind of caught on. Like everybody started
Oh.
doing it after
Okay.
Joey
It's also
Chestnut.
slang for a penis.
Yeah, that's what
And
I was like.
that's yeah, that's
That's
yeah.
what I was always like. What? No. Like I enjoy hot dogs in my mouth, not penises. I don't want to call it a glizzy.
Yeah,
Be a
no,
glizzy
Dave.
cowboy.
Also,
Dave
I really.
wants. Dave wants that glizzy with the extra mayonnaise.
Mhm.
With the chicken strips.
Oh. Hey, hey.
That was really fun to watch in real time. Because I heard it land.
Right.
He was like, Doom.
These
See-
are my favorite gummy snacks.
What,
They
frogs?
really are, dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
the ones from Costco,
Oh.
Albanese.
and
And
they're
these-
on sale right now. They're like $8 for a bag. I mean, it's 2.25 pounds of gummies.
That's a lot of gummies.
lot of gummies.
And these ones aren't even their original flavors. Like I used to
So
living
good.
up in Washington. You can find them at most of the gas stations. At least the ones I went to.
Haji Marts.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just the little Albanese gummy bears, and I like the original flavors. They're just
Dave,
Which-
watch that
Oh.
Snapchat I sent earlier.
okay.
So what was your reaction to the Bad Bunny?
That was it. I was like, all right. all right.
I thought there was like multiple more because I only saw like the last 2 seconds where
No,
you're
I
like,
was recording
okay.
like for quite a bit. Just I'm like, listen. I'm like, all right, this is a fucking jam.
yeah, it's like I don't know what the fuck he's saying, but
No clue what he said, but I was like, all right.
But I can go Cambea, hala. Okay, all right, yeah.
Hey.
Man, I haven't opened up Snapchat in a while. This is the ones where you're at the cemetery.
So that's like, is that last week or 2 weeks ago?
I don't know.
Well,
Okay, here it is.
can you hear it?
No.
I'm saving that.
I saved it too because I was like, that's a good one. Let's see. This guy.
Oh yeah, what the fuck was that?
I'm driving down the road and I see this truck and I'm like, does that say Legends Never Die? And so
Legend never die.
I started playing the song on my phone, Legends Never Die, and as it says, Legends Never Die,
Yeah. What is
you
that?
can read it.
Yeah, what is that song from?
I don't know.
Cause like Mike Hidd sings it, and I fucking hate it. Cause
Maybe
like,
we'll find out.
cause she tries to sing it, but she
Oh,
tries
League
to.
of Legends.
The fuck is that?
It's a game.
Oh, it's from a game. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here.
I was gonna play. I don't know if you can hear this, but Dave
No.
can hear it. Take your headphone off. You can hear it.
Fuck out of here,
Now I can hear
Mokwe.
Yeah, as long as I make noise, you can hear it.
That's a banger too.
Right? Such a fucking good.
Another song. I was like, I wish I knew what he was saying because I would sing along.
And then
Oh, what-
like the song, it goes for like 30 seconds, and then it drops the Knight Rider beat, the Busta
Mm.
Rhymes one.
Didn't. Yeah.
I went through a phase there
This
where I
is
wouldn't,
Savior.
in my insomnia,
Here's-
that I was watching a
here's
lot of
what he says.
Bollywood action movies.
I don't know. What
Exactly it.
Does the guy? Yeah, that's it.
But have you guys ever sat down and watched one of those Bollywood action flicks?
No, but I've seen clips and they're
Yeah.
hysterical.
Right. I went through a little phase where I watched a few of them late at night.
Jump
And-
through a building.
That one night.
That one where they put all the soldiers on a tree and then they catapult them over the castle walls, and they all they put their shields up and turn into a rolling ball.
It's pretty
awesome.
absurd.
Yeah.
Did you watch
wanna
Secret
see-
Invasion?
I haven't watched this week yet. No.
I didn't watch this week either. Shit.
It's a short episode. I don't know that there's anything I could spoil. Like, I mean, I probably could, but oh yeah, like there's like in the first 2 seconds, there's like something big happens, but
English motherfucker, do you speak it?
Right? Oh, that was funny.
I love that scene from Boondocks where he's just going off in the back with the kids in the car. And that was like one of the best parts of that show to me, was that like you have the two, and I said it to you, Robin, in the chat, but the two blackest men on the planet,
Right.
Samuel L. Jackson and Charlie Murphy, playing white guys who want to be black.
Right.
Like-
So good.
You watch Boondocks, David?
No.
Oh, it's good stuff.
I think I've seen parts of it, but never sat down and watched it.
The show's a
True.
big time. It's very, very how would you say, stereotypical?
Yeah.
But yeah, make you laugh.
Did you ever watch Afro Samurai?
Oh yeah, I fucking love that shit.
I was gonna watch because wasn't that Sam Jackson
Yes.
voice it? Okay, I wanted to watch that one purely off the fact that Sam Jackson voices the character, but also I don't know where to find it to watch it, so I don't worry about it that often.
It's
Until
should be easy. I can. Don't worry about it, my dude. Let's see if we
New
can get here.
Iversons drop tomorrow. Terrible.
Hey,
New Iversons?
Well, I mean, they're new colorway from
new to you. Yeah, Iverson's making a comeback.
Right. Oh, what was that Women in Flight thing? That's a Ducks thing.
Yeah, it's a coaching thing. They're like, hey, check it out.
Oh, yeah.
It's on Hulu, Dave.
It's on Hulu?
on Hulu.
Hello.
I have Hulu.
Oh, I started watching that White Men Can't Jump movie, and you can see like they really tried to make it their own movie, but then like throw in little things that you'll like, and like it's not good enough for me to sit through and watch it all in one sitting. Like I've started it 3 times.
Well, the problem is they need to get like a really recognizable face like Jack Harlow into the movie, and then it would be really good.
That's what they need. They definitely need that. They should have got like somebody like Wesley Snipes or something.
Yeah, or like a good comedic actor, like
Like
gosh,
Kevin Hart?
Kevin.
no, not quite like a Kevin Hart,
Like a Woody
wider.
Harrelson kind of thing.
Yeah, like
Somebody
Woody
like
Harrelson.
him. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm just
that'd be-
surprised they
I'd
didn't,
watch that.
I'd watch
I'm
that
just
movie.
surprised they didn't remake White Men Can't Jump with Kevin Hart and The Rock.
Well, neither one.
One of his white.
You have The Rock come out in whiteface.
Kevin Hart
Just pass
and
me the
Ric
ball.
Flair.
Ric Flair. Oh dear. All right, man. Are you ready for Get Out Show?
Yeah.
Cool. Are you gonna do it, Dave? Are you gonna do the thing? All right, here we are. We're back again. It's another edition.
You gotta see your eyes.
It's another. Yeah, take your sunglasses off. We need to see this happen. Get those beady little fuckers out here. And it's Dave.
It's coming.
It's coming. You guys are in for a treat here as we get to our introductions. You may not know this, you may not have seen this before, but right now on the internet there's a big thing going around where people are smelling salts and going woo afterwards. And so, without further ado, let's go to you.
I don't have any experience with smelling salts. The only thing I know about them is I've seen a movie, someone get knocked the fuck out,
Same.
and then some guy pulls this little tube out of his pocket, breaks it, shakes it, and sticks it under their nose, and all of a sudden they're having a seizure and they're awake.
And he's like, oh my God, what happened?
Yeah.
You were knocked out, but I
Yep,
used
so-
the
I
smelling
knocked the
salts.
fuck out.
So here we go. I'm wide awake. I only got one droopy eye. Let's see what happens with it.
Maybe it fixes it.
Yeah.
What if it makes your other eye droopy?
Then we just call him Droop.
Like reverse.
Okay, hold on. I gotta stop breathing.
He's
We've psyched him out.
psyched himself.
Well,
out.
I was slow breathing out so that I can get a good breath in, but then I started laughing.
He's hyperventilating, getting ready to take a hit.
Oh,
So describe what's happening right now.
okay. So it's an immediate burn of your nasal cavities. Your eyes start to water right away. It's like a cold shock you can feel straight through your nasal passages to the front of your brain. Oh God, I'm gonna do it again.
I did too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Ooh.
This
Well, the man
obviously
doing
is-
smelling salts, it's
Ooh.
Dave.
Fucking Jack, man. Oh, anyways, over here to my front, he's in front of me over there. It's Robin.
This guy. Hey, what has 2 thumbs and I don't know the rest of that, but anyway.
And smelling salts.
Yeah, what has 2 thumbs and gave Dave smelling salts?
Not the first time he's given me a white powder to smell.
It's Brooklyn. That's
very good.
Anyway, hey, yeah, welcome to the show. I'm Robin, and bringing it back around one more time. It's the hoop snake known as Jake.
It's me. One take, Jake, back in the saddle again. I was doing the hoop snake dance. I
He's
think that's
doing
what
it.
that's
That
what
is
that is
official.
now. I'm gonna
Yep.
call it
Mhm.
the official hoop snake dance. You can
Like a
find that
weird-
on.
Madonna Vogue thing.
It's kind of like that, but like also if I were having a petite mal seizure at the same time.
Also, less sleeping with men a quarter of your age.
Yeah.
You don't know that. Don't speak for me, David.
At this moment, I would assume.
Well,
Oh,
a quarter of my age, yeah, that would be a little awkward.
Yeah, it's never not awkward.
Half my age, that's different.
That's different. Math is weird.
Math is weird that way and legal.
You carry
Yeah,
the,
so-
you just got to carry the 2.
You just got to
So-
carry the consent.
So if you're interested in smelling some of these salts, these were at zonesmellingsalts.com. Not sponsored or anything. I just bought them because it was like $13 for that bottle,
Huh.
It didn't fix my
and
droopy
free
eye.
shipping. And free shipping. So
It did for a minute. Like, don't.
but for a second,
Yeah.
you were like, "What's up, fuckers?"
Yeah, for a second, you looked like you were ready to go, take over Poland.
Oh, that's a good one. Better be ready for that the rest of the episode. Randomly Dave doing smelling salts.
Like, I wonder if you can create like a tolerance to smelling salts.
I
No.
think you can because this is like so. This was the beginner level. So here I'll show you on the screen. It's the one that says OG in the white bottle.
Yeah.
And if you look, like there's ones that come in metal containers. Like that's Gateway.
Next level.
Yeah. So there's how many is that? 13 of them? What, 12 of them?
That's
Something like that. 12 or 13.
I've heard of some people saying that their nose starts running right away, so maybe I want to try one of those.
Mm. But anyway, so it's basically, it says aquatic ammonia or something. And like when I got it, I opened the cap and I was like, that's stupid. And then I read the directions like, take 1 cap full of water and put it in there. Only add 1. And I was like, okay. And then I was like, oh, good morning.
So,
Yeah.
okay. Interesting. So it's just like acute ammonia, essentially what you're.
And I'm guessing that as you go up in the levels, you probably get more and more of it. Maybe
More
different
obtuse
types.
ammonia, if you know what I'm
You
saying.
change from rat piss to cat piss, and then
I would
yeah.
say this is like crab piss,
uh
not to be confused with Christmas or no.
Mhm.
Wait.
or getting crabs.
Yeah, or getting crabs. You don't want that. But anyway, they also sent me like 5 stickers, so I'm in.
You're
There
gonna
you
so
go.
cracked out just putting stickers all over the place. They should make scratch and sniff stickers.
That would be awesome. You're like, here, little kid, smell this.
Oh God.
Sit here, little kid, on my lap. Guess
It
who's
also
back with the
says
band
keep
new
away
bag?
from kids, and Rib smelled it before it had the shit in it, the water.
Yeah.
And because I was like, this is nothing. She wanted to smell it. I'm like, all right, it didn't smell bad. And then I read the directions again. It's like, keep away from children. Oh,
Oh,
it didn't smell bad. And then
well,
I put
not
the
you.
water, and I was like,
That's
oh
different.
my god.
They didn't mean you keep away from children.
Yeah, just other children's.
So
Not my kids, not my problem.
not my chair, not my problem. That's what I say.
Damn, I still.
But
So
anyway, what's
yeah,
good? What's going on?
you shared a picture, and
Tree.
it's a good picture. It's of Deadpool.
Oh yeah. I
It's
wonder if I
also
still
of Wolverine.
Is it the one where he's got him up in the air?
no.
That's just the one where they're walking.
There's video of that. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen the video.
Yeah. See, you guys know me. I will watch every
Yeah.
preview type thing there is, but I didn't want to see it, and I just kind of stumbled onto it. But yeah, the Deadpool 3 is filming, and I've heard people have ideas. They were like, maybe they're gonna do with Wolverine because they'd seen a picture of the costume. He's wearing like classic comic book costume. Maybe it's gonna be they're gonna adapt Deadpool kills the MCU or Marvel. I think that was what it was called, but they're gonna do Deadpool kills the Fox X-Men or something, the Fox universe. And so they're gonna kill off all those characters. And then because I've heard that Elektra's in it. So what Jennifer Gardner's her name? She's coming back.
Yeah, Jennifer Gardner.
Ben Affleck's in it
Yeah.
as
As Daredevil.
right. So like it sounds like they're bringing a whole bunch of.
I saw Halle Berry as Storm.
See, I hadn't seen that.
Okay, I did see something. Halle Berry is gonna be there. I can't remember what other.
Yeah, so maybe Deadpool. It looks like in one of the pictures you can see part of the 20th Century Fox logo, and it's like crashed, and like Deadpool and Wolverine are fighting next to it. So I mean, it would make sense. Like maybe they're in that part from the end of Loki. What was that called?
The epilogue.
No, like so. Remember on Loki when
Little universe
the
there.
guy, He Who Remains was at where he was at that area. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think that's where they are. I think that they're fighting there. So it sounds like they figured out a way to bring the whole Fox universe into the MCU without it being like weird. They're like, oh yeah, they were just in a parallel universe.
The whole time.
But also getting a little leeway to be weird because it's Deadpool.
Right. Yeah.
I still struggle with what movie was it where they just like it just shows up at the council and fucking Jim is sitting there with a beard and
Doctor
a
Strange.
Oh yeah, it was Doctor Strange. He's like,
Yeah.
oh yep. I'm just sitting here, apropos of nothing. By the way, hi, I'm Mr. Fantastic.
Right. Yeah. They had a whole bunch of them. I think that was a little bit of fan service. Like everybody had wanted Jim to be in the Fantastic Four for yeah, exactly. Like he'd been fan cast for years, and so they were like, "Hey, what if we just do it?" And they were just gonna kill him anyway, so
yeah,
why not?
Yeah, we're just gonna rip your nose off and.
Which makes me wonder, like, how they're going to, because they're doing a Fantastic Four movie, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. But it's being recast.
Oh, it's being recast already.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they already recast them, but
not that I've heard. From what the only thing I've heard or things that I've heard were that they were in talks with certain people. I've heard Sydney Sweeney possibly as the invisible chick. I can't think any other names right now.
Well, right now they aren't doing shit because the writers are on strike and the actors are on strike.
Yeah, I heard the actors just went on strike too. I read a piece about Oppenheimer cast leaving.
I was gonna say, did you hear about the Oppenheimer thing?
Yeah,
I didn't.
They're they're doing their red carpet event, the premieres in London right now, and so the whole cast showed up for the red carpet, but they're just like, hey, we might be leaving, like we're basically waiting. Yeah, we're like we're here because we can be, but we might get the word and we're taking off. And
so
it happened
at midnight, our time last night. That's when it all went down, and they're like, "Yeah, see ya, we're out."
Right. And we are striking.
So what does that mean about movies that are in filming right now?
It means they're not doing
Ah.
shit.
Not filming.
It.
I think that there may be some, but for the most part, they're all just like, yeah, we're not doing it.
And
Isn't
the only thing
Deadpool
that
recording right now or filming right now?
no, it's not.
Was
Was-
The only thing that's filming right now, WWE.
we trained actors.
We trained actors. Motherfucker. Yeah, the only thing that's non-union and is wrestling. So
I never thought of that. So okay, if wrestling, yeah, that's just weird. I guess I never thought about it that way. Because like ESPN, go Ducks.
Go Ducks.
ESPN will be like, hey, wrestling's real, and we're gonna report it. So I mean, clearly they're not actors; they're athletes.
Yep. Oh, they're superstars. Remember?
That's right. That's right. The whole Attitude Era, and then we came into WWE.
Speaking of
stands for
superstars.
entertainment.
Getting the F out.
Oh yeah.
Dave
Having a hard
does
time
smelling salts.
Keeping these alligators down.
Oh my god.
I thought you were about to go into hard times.
I don't think he knows the Dusty Road.
He doesn't have you don't have a dusty road then you, baby. And let me take some of this smelling salt gum. I'm gonna chew it up, baby, and I'm gonna be the baddest man on the planet. I'm gonna spit fire, and I'm gonna get right in your face, and I'm gonna look at you, and I'm gonna say, "Not today, Ric Flair." And you're gonna be like, "Brother, what is going on in your mouth?" And I'll say, "It's just smelling salts, daddy. Now wake up and smell this 1, 2, 3."
Man, as a kid, Dusty Rhodes confused me because I was like, he's so not in shape,
Yeah,
but he's out there and he's doing his thing, and I didn't appreciate him until later on. And I'm like, all right, this guy, he's funny, he's interesting, he's got things to say, cut a promo, and not a bad wrestler.
Right?
What's funny is like when he was older and you could see it, he would tell the people he was wrestling to come find the bionic elbow. Like he would just stand in the middle of the ring with his elbow up,
Yeah.
and then they would turn into it, and oh my goodness, and then they would take the bump, they would turn into his elbow and bump off of the elbow, and he's just standing there basically.
Yeah.
Come find it, baby. Bow, right on you.
Have you been watching any of Dark Side of the Ring?
I don't have Vice.
I don't either. So that's why I was asking you, because I was like, I know that stuff's going on. I'm pretty sure. Didn't
I
it?
watched the Candido episode, and holy shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew Tammy Stitch was a bitch and a psychopath, but holy shit. But honestly, the rest of the other ones haven't been like gripping like topics.
Right.
So I'm just kind of like, whatever. This season with Darkseid, and I kind of feel like they've almost saturated their own market.
That makes sense.
I don't know.
I wish they would have done like maybe split it into like 2 half seasons instead of dumping them all in a row. Cause like I also remember getting burnt out the last couple, just, okay, here we go again. Some more crazy shit, like wild, and it's just too much at some point.
Yeah, and to your point, like unless it's one of those stories where it's like the one guy who was in a biker gang and doing all sorts of shit, unless he's doing something, or the UWF with Herb Brooks, like he's his eccentricities and his craziness is the story.
Yeah.
Like outside of that, unless you have a compelling character in the story, like a Macho Man Randy Savage or Stone Cold Steve Austin, it's the same story.
Yeah.
Everybody has the same story. He came from nothing. He got into wrestling. Wrestling got really hard, and
Had some hard times.
he turned to drugs, and now he's off drugs and he's doing better.
Yeah. Or he's
Or
off
he's
drugs
dead.
because he's dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of those.
He didn't
Wait,
stop
wait.
drugs. Drugs stopped him.
I don't read the script. Script reads me.
Did you see that clip of the Avengers sitting around not Stark Tower, that the Avengers compound, and someone superimposed the scenes from Tropic Thunder, and it says when the Avengers realize they need to start doing more background checks before letting people in. And it's
Oh,
them all
that's
sitting around
awesome.
and Robert Downey Jr. at the head of the table.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna go down and then get some crawdads. Oh, holler at some of them greens. Yeah.
That's how we all talk, huh? Well, like, the apples, calling up some greens.
That
You're
work's keeping our
Australian.
people down for 400 years.
Oh my god,
Our
I need to watch that
people-
again. That's such
So-
a good ass movie.
It was
That
like-
I'll get to
It
this
was like
question.
kind of the last of its kind of thing.
Well,
Yeah,
it's like that was the last movie where they could use
a lot of words.
the R word. Like that was the last movie where they just dropped it, and then clearly the blackface thing.
Right?
Can't
Well,
do that.
I mean, we've talked about this a couple times. Like that's
Yeah.
one of the lone and sole exceptions of tasteful blackface that's ever been
Yeah.
done.
Because it was pointing out how terrible it is when you do it.
Yeah,
And because it did such a good job of that, now you can't do it.
pretty much.
But
like-
it also makes me laugh at the people that get pissed off about the movie because of it.
Right. And
Like, are-
they're missing the point.
Yeah, like
It-
you're
people
missing
who
the point completely.
People miss satire every day. It's like there's sometimes I have to ask like my work Alex. I'll ask him like, is this bad comedy or good satire? I can't tell.
I
And
like-
that's
I like good bad jokes.
yeah.
But some of my favorite jokes are terrible jokes. Like I sent you a thing the other day that was like a bunch of them in a row, and the one that stuck in my head was like, I came home and my kids had been on eBay all day. If they're still on there tomorrow, I'm gonna have to lower the price. And I was like,
That's a
I
good one.
love
I've
it.
heard that one.
I love bad jokes.
Like I've just gotten more and more into dad jokes. Like they actually make me like I get a good chuckle out of them.
Because nobody really writes jokes anymore.
Yeah, everybody
all
just talks about
storytelling.
their life experience.
Yeah.
I saw behind the kayfabe of comedy, and it really bothered me when I
What do you mean?
realized, well, because I realized I watched something funny happen, and I was like, oh man, I wish funny shit happened like that to me so I could tell joke. Oh my god. I was like, nothing ever happens to these comedians. They just see
Nothing.
it happen to other people.
Mhm.
And then they say, oh, so I was at the store the other day. No, you weren't. Tell your joke.
Or Michael Scott. I was on a date with a girl from HR. And
We
Dwight's
don't
like,
have any girls in
"Wait,
HR,
what?
Michael.
No, you weren't. No, but you can imagine.
She had me fill out 40 pages of paperwork.
Chair's messed up.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Speaking of messed up,
Oh God.
How
think I done
messed up was it?
well, no,
Well, I'll
I didn't
tell
say
ya.
it. Boy, it was so messed up.
So messed up.
I think I done messed up.
Oh yeah.
Oh, is this work related?
It's work related.
I
It's
was
entirely.
gonna ask you about the new job.
Uh oh.
I'm supposing because I don't know. Okay. I've never been on salary before.
Uh-huh.
So I'm not keeping my time because you don't. Because there's no reason to.
Right.
I'm also not reporting any time currently. So I'm just kind of assuming that next Friday there's going to be a check.
It's usually how it is.
Yeah.
But I've never been on salary before. So I can't be like, what the fuck? Where's like,
Well, you can ask when are our paydays.
well, I know when the payday is. It's next Friday.
you
It's
should have a
8
check.
days. 8 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just like,
Unless they're
it's
one of those companies that it does everything like back 2 weeks or something.
No.
You know what I
it's
mean?
not one of those. But yeah, like that's the government.
It's the government.
When I worked for the election office, it took me 5 weeks to get my first 1 week paycheck.
Jeez.
He's like, oh well, you were on this pay period, and because we had to be back, and there was a holiday, and so now I'm like, just give me my money, dude. I gotta pay rent. But yeah, so I'm the warehouse supervisor of Portland and Seattle. Portland's not ready yet. Seattle's not ready yet, and yet here we are.
We're
So
back again.
And here you are managing it all.
managing it all.
Somehow.
I don't know
Somehow
how
I
you manage.
manage. But yeah, I don't have a computer. I don't have software. I don't have pens. I don't have we just
They're out there giving-
we just got a screwdriver, like a drill motor,
They're
and
just like, use your phone to hammer this screwdriver and etch
It's
in
like,
stone.
ding, ding, ding.
basically
Here's an abacus, a chisel, and a hammer. Here's your job.
figure it out like
Manage.
they did in Rome.
Noah managed a boat. You can manage 2 warehouses.
You can manage a wrench. You can dodge a ball.
I'm writing that down. If you can manage a boat, you can manage 2 warehouses. That's the name of the episode.
I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna wear that shirt. Like, make me that shirt. I'll wear
Okay.
it. I'll wear it to work.
Okay.
If I can manage a boat, I can manage 2 warehouses. But
So have you?
Jake's
oh.
Noah's Ark of warehouse management.
wrong kind of Jew.
That's awesome.
Anyway, so
Ugh.
there's another
cheeks
like
hurt.
I've mentioned before that in the 19 years of my being a wage slave, I have never ever worked.
I was trying to do it while taking a drink.
with another Jake. There are like 3 now in this company that I work with. It's like they're all getting me at the same time, but this one in particular drives the same vehicle I do. His last name it looks like the Western family version of my name.
Tabor.
It's like it's Krober. His last name is Krober. And if you're telling me
Wow.
that's not the off-brand Tabor, I don't know what
Right.
is. Like, come down to Krober's.
He's
We've got
Bizarro Jake.
exactly. He's like 5'10", and I'm terrible at guessing weight, but he's a human approximation of a square. Like, the dude's as wide as he is tall, but really really cool dude. And he's like, oh yeah, I like to play Forza Horizon. I'm like, oh yeah, on what? He's like, oh yeah, I play Xbox. I'm like, yeah, what else you do on that Xbox? He's like, I play a little Call of Duty, not very often. I'm like, how not very often? Like a few times.
Are you fucking with me right now?
Like, dude, I'm like, are you fucking with me right now? Because you are me. So
all 3 of you should start a opera triplet and call yourself the 3 Jakes.
3 Jakes. So let's just. I'm sure this won't be
You
violating
mentioned
any.
F1 as well.
Oh yeah, I mentioned that. I just kind of in passing brought up Formula One because I was like, we're talking about cars because he likes cars. I was like, man, you know what would sound really cool, and I wish I could hear is the Formula One and going down the strip. Like that'd be. He's like, dude, yeah, and he just like, yeah, but they just drive the V6 turbos now. Like it'd be way better if they were blah blah. I'm like.
Like, scream out Max Verstappen at him.
So who do you support? He's like, I like Fernando Alonso. I'm like, you son of a bitch. Me too.
Look him square in his face and say, identity theft is not a joke, Jake.
Identity theft is not a joke, Jake.
Or do you want to go do karate in the garage?
We just become best friends.
Take him into the office and real quiet be like, do you want to form an alliance with me?
Absolutely, I do.
Oh my gosh. So what kind of warehouse is this place?
I don't know.
Because it sounds like there's nothing there. From what I've seen,
It's an air
there's
warehouse.
nothing there.
From what you see, there's
Warehouse.
It's an air warehouse.
we store air.
That's where Apple keeps all their air products.
The cloud's in there somewhere floating around.
These jokes are getting better as they go along. I was gonna go back to Spaceballs and say it's the Perrier storage facility. So it's a cabinet warehouse, and everything comes in these like 4x8 cases, and so
Where do you put the cabinets in bigger cabinets?
yes. Essentially, yes. My goodness.
Oh my god.
I'm trying to find this email.
Oh my god.
So I sent an email, and the title is rudimentary warehouse needs. Now, when I launch into using words like rudimentary, like it's not going to be a fun day for people.
Nope.
Like, nice to talk to you. As we get this building up and running, we need the following to be an effective shop: office, monitors, desk, chairs, scanner, whiteboard. We must also consider having to run a hardwire internet connection out to the warehouse from the office, considering the distance and amount of concrete between the signal and our workstation. Marks-a-Lot felt pens, as large as possible, in red and black. Other pens too. This would be nice.
You also put product
What's that?
for the warehouse.
Yeah. Standard cleaning supplies: push brooms, dustpans, construction brake, garbage cans, and liners. Hazmat cleaning supplies: bleach, heavy scrub brush, eye protection, rubber gloves. Our shelving units have a substantial amount of rat feces on them from the previous tenant and need to be dealt with properly. None of our customers' products should come in contact with it. This list is not comprehensive, as I will find more things we need. This, though, will help us get closer to where we want to be. Warm regards, Jake Tabor. And so this morning in our meeting, my boss, I think he's my boss. I don't actually know who my boss is at this point. He's going through the rigmarole. Tony Danza, yeah. He's like, hey, so Sacramento, what's going on? Irwindale, talk to me. Las Vegas, how you doing? And everybody's like, yeah, you know, just the stuff we've been working on, and yep, should be wrapped up by the end of the week. Great. All right, cool. Let me get back in touch with you about that. Okay. Seattle, how's it going? Well,
He pulls smelling salts out of his pocket, takes a big old hit. Woo, you ready for this?
You boys like Mexico?
So yeah, I launch into everything that's fucked up right now, and I say, you know,
These people.
the guy working with me, Jacob, he got a 3-day training in Las Vegas to showing him exactly how you want this place run, what the standard is in a well-run shop. I got dropped off at the warehouse until figure it out. So when we can figure out when I could be properly trained, that would be cool. What's more, and then I said, these are the problems I'm running into. I have a space crisis. Here's my solution for the space crisis. Here's another problem. Here's my solution for that. Here's a third problem. Here's my solution for that. And I was just quiet.
Talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
And I just sat there. And like, he's the only one who has his camera active on Zoom. And so he's just like,
not writing anything down.
Yeah, I picked up. He may have been writing it. He may have been writing things down. But for sake of this reenactment, we're just doing shoulders and up. Like he's just. Okay. Are you available to talk about this after the meeting? Absolutely, I am. I'm not doing anything else.
This job's a joke.
When I get my first check.
I was that close. I walk into my project team lead, who's supposed to tell me when stuff's coming in and when's going out and whatnot. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I'm probably not a favorite son right now. And I give her the rundown of what's going on, and she's like, yeah. You know, I've got an interview at 4, you know. I'm like, yeah, I know. I can see that coming.
Wait,
so
interview for what?
Another job. Like my project team lead is leaving, and my other person who's like, yeah, I'm gonna give this 3 months and then I'm probably out of here.
I mean, if they're paying you well enough, I mean, I can do nothing for a long time.
It's like I said, I've just got to get the laptop up and running, and then I'm going to be working on my screenplay while I'm there. So anyway, I walk in there and I'm like, yeah, you know, I mean, I'm just going to treat this job like extended unemployment because I'm just sitting in there doing what I was doing at home anyway, fucking nothing.
Yeah.
And she just
My
burst
like 5 times.
just burst into laughter. And yeah, my computer systems, I have one of the 3 operating softwares that I'm supposed to be using. I don't even know how to find the 2 that I am supposed to have. But apparently our internet's going to be installed on Sunday, and I'm on the phone with this guy, and I'm like, let me ask you a serious question. How long has this warehouse been operating? Like 6 weeks. I'm like, it's been broken for 6 weeks. Like, I'm trying to understand why we've been trying to walk with a broken leg instead of going to the doctor.
Right.
Like, did you just expect me to show up and fix it?
Yeah.
Also, while we're on the topic of things that are pissing me off around here, when are we going to be getting me a cell phone? Because we're not going to be using this one anymore. Unless we want to talk about Labor Code Section 2802, in which case we can talk about Labor Code Section 2802, in which case it says that the business should not pass along the cost of doing business to its employees. And we cannot accurately calculate the damages done to the phone through the amount of use and depreciation to the asset itself. So
What he's saying is y'all need to buy him a phone.
You either need to buy me a phone or accept that I'm going to be taking $50 to $75 out of your money through my own means.
Yeah.
You know, because $75, that's leaving about 15 minutes early every day.
Well, you're on salary though, so
Exactly.
I think, and I'm just putting it together the way I would do it, not any sort of judgment or commentary on the way you're doing things. In my mind, I come out with, okay, this is the way this place is. I'm making a list of all the stuff I need, and I'm sending it to like that guy on Zoom, being like, hey, these are all of the things that this warehouse absolutely needs now. And that's what your job is. Your job is doing that, like, so I guess in a way you've got things to do, but it's also that old adage, you can only go as fast as what's in front of you.
Yeah.
And you just
and
take it that way. Yeah. I mean, if they're paying you regardless of how fast you go.
All this talk, you're not wrong. And it's very difficult for me as a person to feel purposeless. And this feels like the most pointless job I've ever had in my life.
Well, right now, I see it as your problem solving. That's your job right now. You're not running a warehouse. You're problem solving until you have a functioning warehouse.
Yeah,
and
that's fair.
You're problem solving to make it a functioning warehouse. Like it's like when Grayson gets a Lego set, he sees all the things there and there's directions there. You have to make the directions, and you still have to put it all together.
That's true. Yeah, I have to write the directions.
Yes. Yeah, that's exactly it. And until they train you the way they want it done, it's going to get done the way Jake Tabor wants it done.
And then, truth be told, after they train me, it's going to get done the way Jake Tabor wants it done.
I mean, obviously.
Who's to say?
And if they never send you to training, that means you write the standards.
Well, so I must have rattled a cage or two, because it wasn't an hour later that I was getting a phone call saying, hey, can you be in Anaheim next week?
You're like, are the Angels playing at home and who's pitching?
Basically.
Also, does that come with Disneyland tickets?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
can I take the kids? Because it's summer.
I'm getting a car already, so let's just do the whole schmeal. So that, I guess we can talk about that next week. I'm going to be on the road, so we'll be doing it from doing the old
location?
On location from the
I like it.
Whatever hodl I'm in. I'll be on my phone.
The Super 8.
I'm sure it'll be the Super 8.
California.
It'll be the extended stay America in Milpitas.
Dave, do you still have any contacts in San Diego for things?
I got one contact in LA.
Because I was gonna say Jake could bring us some stuff back.
Yep. I do not have those contacts anymore.
Are you flying?
Yeah.
They could pay you to drive. You can stop by and hang out.
Oh, you're flying? Looks like your butthole is gonna be uncomfortable for about 3 hours.
Well,
Uh,
I only do carry on, so we can find a way to make it work.
yeah.
How about carry in?
These balloons taste weird.
Have you ever pooped a balloon?
Not intentionally. One of the best South Park episodes is when Cartman goes to juvie and he has to smuggle in the stuff for his celly romper stomper, and at one point it's the tic-tac-throw toss across game. He like smuggles it in his
God.
butt. So he has
That
to like
show-
yeah,
that show's funny.
it is funny.
What is it? That Will Ferrell Kevin Hart movie, Get Hard?
Yeah.
It's like, where'd you get this gun? I keistered it.
I didn't see I think I saw part of Get Hard.
I've seen parts of it. I've never watched the whole
I
thing.
think it's pretty funny.
See, I
Like
I always think of Deadpool 2 and the prison wallet.
I think of my old job.
I'm sure you'd got to check a few prison wallets.
Oh yeah.
What was the weirdest thing you found in a guy's butt?
I never found anything in a guy's butt.
What was the weirdest thing you found in a guy?
Never checked inside. That's medical's job.
What's the weirdest thing you
As
found
far
on a
as butthole
search?
stuff, it was always superficial. Like they had to lean and spread. And that was it.
Hmm.
You know.
And then they're like,
I knew a guy that had a swastika tattooed on the head of his dick. And then
I did
said-
not see that coming.
yeah,
Then I asked
Neither
him
did-
what they couldn't make it
not
bigger.
see.
Yep.
That's a triple entendre.
Way over
Dude,
my
dude,
head.
dude.
Way over my
Right,
head.
right. Ah,
Oh wait, I didn't mean to do that either. Like I was
Yeah,
just trying to
don't-
say way over
left
my head.
Left hand.
way over my head.
way over. Whoa, wait,
Whoa!
Have you seen that video?
wait. These people.
Have you seen that video of all the people standing around Leaning Tower of Pisa? And
Yes.
it's in black
Oh,
and white, but someone
I think
put
I sent it to you.
okay,
Yeah.
It was a
but
TikTok.
it's like German marching music.
Oh, God. Yes.
And I'm just like, I was laughing. I was like, that's terrible and funny.
So great.
My dad told me a fucking Nazi story the other day. So he was at one of these timeline reenactment events, which means that they have people that are reenacting cavemen all the way up to like the Iraq War. Yes. But like, so that's the timeline, right? So everything along human existence. Well, some fuckers decided that they were going to show up as Nazis. And there's a couple fun stories here. The first one, the guy goes by on his big fucking murder fucker truck, and he throws my dad the fucking Sig Heil as he goes by. And my dad's like, I grabbed a rock and I whipped it at him. He's like, I hit his hat. I was aiming for his head. And he's like, he slams on the brakes and he turns around and looks at me and he's like, right here, motherfucker.
That reminds me of that video from the dude with the giant belly
Yeah,
we were watching earlier.
But he just goes tootling off.
Yeah.
And then he says that they had their machine gun nest out front, and they would be up all night singing their fucking German drinking songs and drinking St. Pauli girl, and he's like, so I decided that machine gun nest was where I was going to shit for the entire weekend.
Oh.
Nice.
So he would go in there and he'd just take big fat dumps and throw all of his trash in there. And he said, Dave, do you know what counting coup is?
I know
No.
that phrase.
Counting
Heard of
coup's a native Indian term for
Oh, he's friends with Running Hawk.
yeah, exactly. No, but it's essentially being able to touch an enemy without killing them. Is
Oh,
counting
that's one
coup.
of the
it's a-
stages to become a war chief.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
So
So
one of
yes,
the-
I have heard it. Just I didn't make the connections in my head.
So I'm telling the story secondhand. Take it for what it's worth. I'm going to say I wholeheartedly believe this story because I've seen my dad do this kind of shit. I haven't seen him do this, but I've seen him do this kind
Similar
of shit.
things, right?
Yeah. My dad is 5'9", probably about 320 pounds. He is the quietest walking individual in the history of time. It goes him, me, everybody else.
Where do ninjas fall in there?
Down here. Him,
Down where?
me, down here. Down here. So he claims 14. Let's go with that number, okay? He says, how many of them are over there? And my mom says there's 14. Just don't get yourself in trouble. He's like, I'm not gonna get in trouble. So he wears a red sash for his deal. He picks 14 strands off of his sash, and he walked around the campfire in the middle of the night while they're all drunk and singing their songs, and he put a string on every one of their shoulders without any of them seeing him.
Wow.
He's like, I would have killed every last one of them.
It's like the Patriot.
Yeah, exactly like the Patriot. But I mean, that's what it is. But it's like it is the most emasculating thing you can do to a warrior, because I held your life in my hands and I gave it back to you.
That's
so
awesome.
as he did it, he claims he did it to 14 guys, which, like I said, I'm gonna take him at his word, because I've seen him do that type. I've seen his face like disappear in the darkness and then reappear in the darkness somewhere else.
Like Homer Simpson out of a shrub.
Exactly like that. And it's only quieter.
And that's a drawing.
Aww.
That's a drawing. Yeah, so fuck Nazis. All this to say,
I got a Nazi thing too. Actually, I just heard about.
Oh,
so World War II history thing, obviously Nazis, but
not obviously. That's the fucked thing.
Okay, yeah, that's actually his point. You just told a story that. All right, so World War II history. There, and I can't remember the places where it happened, but basically a bunch of Allied soldier POWs had been found massacred by SS.
The
soldiers.
Schustaffel, yeah.
Yep. So an order came down that Allied or U.S. troops were no longer accepting SS surrender.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one place that had 80 SS soldiers as POWs.
Numbers up, boys.
But we're not accepting this anymore. And I heard about that. And I just heard about it today, actually. So I was like, I'm gonna look into that more, because that's fucking awesome.
I need my scalps.
Mm-hmm.
I need my scalps.
But the other thing is the reenactment thing. Have you seen the video of the two black guys that went to a Civil War reenactment, and they're dressed in like slave clothes and they're wearing shackles?
Yeah.
And they're just like in there, and they're doing it as a joke,
right?
Like clearly when you watch the video, but people are like, you can't do that, and they're like, but it's part of history. You can't just erase history.
Yeah, you don't get to just pick and choose.
Yeah, and the lady's like, but that's not what we're like trying to do. He's like, yeah, but this is what, and the lady he's talking to is a black lady dressed up like a Southern belle kind of thing. Which I'm looking at that, I'm like, I mean, it's makes it even funnier to me.
Right.
Like that's funny.
Because she's literally playing an Uncle Tom sort of person.
Yeah.
While being an Uncle Tom sort of person.
I was like, this is like, I'm gonna laugh at this.
It's at the end of the episode of American Dad, when they do the Vietnam War reenactment. He's like, I want to try a Civil War reenactment. He's like, no, son. Civil War reenactments are for historians and people who hate blacks.
It's terrible and correct.
early Seth MacFarlane was a savage. Like
he
those
really was.
Those early seasons of his shit. Like I went back and I watched like season 2 of American Dad. I have this weird thing, like the old animation styles just kind of look weird. Yeah. So it's harder to watch old Family Guy and older American Dad.
They're a lot blockier.
Yeah.
Weird. Like did you just get better at drawing, or
yes, technology improved.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I watch it and I'm like, oh, these jokes are way better. Like, it's not just the formula, okay, we woke up and the fish said something dumb and Roger's wearing a wig and Steve's a prissy boy and Haley's a stoner.
Yeah. Like American Dad does have a very like boxed out plot lines.
Very formed
Yeah.
structure, yeah.
Mhm.
But I still laugh. I still like it.
Yeah.
I watched the first episode of Parks and Rec yesterday, and
Oh,
like
shit.
I hadn't seen the very first episode in a long time, and it's very much early Office. Like
Mhm.
I was like, oh, this
Very
is
kindred spirits with The Office at
it's
the very beginning.
yeah. Like if you didn't know that it was its own show, you might have thought it was The Office. Just with
Because
different characters.
they started as a documentary or with a
It
narrator and shit.
started well. There
Like, this
wasn't a
is Leslie.
narrator. Well, yeah, did it?
I swear episode 1 they VO and introduced Leslie.
I don't think they. I mean, maybe I missed it, but I didn't. I don't remember that. But anyway, it was very. The whole format seemed like first or second season of The Office. Like it's just, and then the second episode, it's a little more Parks and Rec-y, and by the third episode, it's full Parks and Rec.
Yeah. They're like, well, we can't have Karen Filippelli.
Is she in the first or the second episode?
Second.
I think
no, first, because Andy
first
falls in the
episode.
pit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He's got his broken legs. He's sitting up there. They're doing their town hall meeting, and yeah.
Took me by the hand.
I watched a
Made me a man that one night.
One night.
all the Chris Pratt bloopers from Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
Watched one of those. Like,
There's so many of them. The obviously the Kim Kardashian line is
Yep.
classic. The computer's not working, and then him just reading off. It
Yeah.
says you have
Network connectivity
Yeah.
issues.
yeah,
Great line. And then the one where he has the briefcase and he chucks it and it breaks the actual light switch, and they're like, "Well, props department can't fix that."
So that's a wrap.
the part when he names all of his band's old names.
Oh,
Apparently, all of those were off the top of his head. And I'm
Really?
like, yeah. I was like, that's fucking hilarious.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
He was definitely a comedy prodigy, like from early on. I got annoyed with him when he got pretty.
I heard yesterday or day before that they're considering doing a Star-Lord movie, just him.
I'd
But-
watch that.
But James Gunn won't be the director because
I
he's
might
busy.
not watch that.
I know, right? But if Chris Pratt's involved, I have a feeling he would try to keep it as James Gunn-esque as possible. But it would be Star-Lord on Earth trying to be a fish out of water kind of thing. So it sounds like it's more like a Disney Plus show than a movie.
You see, you say you want to keep it James Gunny, but the problem is James Gunn is the kind of guy who would keep Star-Lord dropping the orb in the movie, whereas another director would be like, cut, okay, do it again.
Right.
So while you can have those intentions.
Maybe Chris Pratt directs.
Maybe the chicken strips for $8.99. Maybe it does, but I'll still be hungry.
Heyo. They're still there tomorrow.
I'm still there tomorrow, and we'll lower the price.
Oh.
I showed you the Mariah Carey random ass Funko thing that showed up, right?
Yeah. Wasn't it like out by the dumpster or some shit?
Yeah, it's sitting right over here. I looked inside out of the corner of my
I
eye.
have a Mariah Carey Funko
Yeah.
that you found.
Not just like one of the little ones.
It's
Look
like
at
the all I want for Christmas.
Oh my god.
is you.
I guarantee somebody got that for Christmas as like a gag gift, and they're
And
like,
What am I gonna do with this?
No.
Yeah, they're like, I
I
refuse.
refuse. Jinx, you owe me some Coke.
Wait.
Huh?
Huh? Was that out loud?
What?
Hold on.
So I've been talking a lot. Robin, you had some shit coming in this week.
Wait. My turn. Let me see. Yeah. So I wrote down some things. Northwestern fired their coach. Did you guys hear about that?
I heard that he had gotten fired. Why?
Oh, because
Didn't he get
his
DUI?
no,
Oh no.
he had a bunch of players, older players, were punishing freshmen if they were late to meetings or late to practice or fucked up in practice by putting on purge masks, turning off the lights in the locker room, and dry humping them.
Huh. Seems a little excessive.
Yeah, and so he got suspended for 2 weeks, and then the school newspaper put out the story, and then from there, people were like, "Wait, is this true? Well, 2 weeks is not enough. You have to fire this guy." And he's like, "What? No, I had no idea that shit was going on. Why would I don't hang out in the locker rooms after practice." And nobody complained to me. How are you going to fire him?
I'm still trying to deal with this mental image of a bunch
The
of like,
Purge mask dry humping?
right, like
I saw
That's,
porn like
that's
that.
the name of my band.
Purge Mask Dry Humping is the name of this episode.
Purge mask dry humping. Yeah.
I don't know. If you can manage a boat, you can manage 2 warehouses. Is
That's
pretty
pretty
fun.
good.
Uh,
I just like, who comes up with this shit?
Like I'm all for upperclassmen punishing lowerclassmen.
Yeah, you're all for a Sharpie
like-
in the ass.
Like, yeah, like don't threaten me with a good time.
what is this, Philomath?
But you know what I mean. Like
I signed an NDA about that.
Keep your people in check.
I didn't.
Keep your people in check, right? Like I get it. But
Actually, might be
the purge
expired.
mask dry humping is a little excessive,
like-
even in my book.
Because there's steps of preparation for
Right.
this.
I
You
have
win.
lassoed another man's penis, and that's a little too far for me. All right.
It's like somebody said, "Hey, you know what we should do? To
Right.
really show these freshmen.
Yeah.
Let's get some purge masks and
Well,
pretend
think
like we're
about
fucking
it.
them in the dark."
It's Northwestern. Like, it's not, I don't know. It's not like the most athletic guys. So you don't have like the guys with those weird athletic minds. You've got Northwestern's generally smart kids.
What's Chicago though?
But they don't get kids from Chicago. They have a lot of white people on their team.
It's a really, I'll get. It's got a really nice campus.
It's like Middle America Stanford, but not as
Middle
Up there.
America, Stanford. Middle America. Now it's a tragedy. Now it's so sad to see an upper
an upper
class
class
city
city.
having this happening.
Yeah, that I don't understand it. Like when they suspended it for 2 weeks, I was like, I guarantee somebody's gonna pitch a fit about him fucking not being fired. And then a day later, he's fired. And I was like, that's soft. That's really
Also-
soft.
It's also like, I mean, I'm this guy right now. It's like a month before the season.
49 days from today.
Like, you guys goofed. Like, if you were gonna do it, you should have done it way sooner.
Yeah.
Do you see that I think his name's Ogeron. I always get it wrong.
Coach O.
Coach O. Is it Ogeron?
Coach O.
Coach O. Just call him
Hey,
Coach O.
Coach
Just
O.
call him Coach O.
That's
You
just
tell
like
me.
Coach-
You tell me
Coach
which door
K.
to go out and tell me when to leave.
He sounds like fucking you remember Jackass guy? Boo, doo, doo, doo. What's his name? Fucking Sick Boy? Hellboy. Hellboy.
Yeah.
Boo, doo, doo, boo.
But he
You'll
said-
$13 million.
I'm gonna go out there.
Apparently, he made a statement saying that he would be interested if Northwestern asked him.
Hey, you know, Northwestern wants me to come coach.
Coach
I'll
O's
come
gonna
down.
get paid.
But no humping in the locker room.
What time you want me out, brother?
I love that guy.
That story is fucking hilarious.
so good.
What time you want me out? Which door you want me to go through?
Yeah, that was a good story.
He's an interesting.
For the uninitiated, Coach Orgeron got fired from LSU, and they were gonna pay him his buyout, which was like what, 40 million.
It was
Yeah.
ridiculous. I feel like it was like 56. It was
And
high.
so they told him like, Coach, you know, it's just not working. We're gonna let you go. but we are going to pay you out your contract. And he's like, oh, you're going to pay me out my contract? Well, tell me what time you want me to leave, brother, and which door to go out.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Imagine getting fired from a job and then getting 50, even if it was only 30 or 10.
Or 6.
Or
Just
one.
the 6, not even the 50. Yeah,
Yeah.
a million.
Mil. Hey, we're gonna fire you, but here's a quick milli.
Here's the deal, guy. Tomorrow, don't come into work. Guess what? We're still gonna pay you. The next day, still don't come into work. Guess what?
We're going to
We're
pay you.
still gonna pay you. Like,
I wonder how the taxes look though.
And you know what
let's
the
just say it
funny
was
thing is?
40
They've been
mil.
saying that to Bobby Bonilla now for like 30 years.
and he's still got how many more to go?
Like 10.
He's like 1.24 million every year. He loves it. I love it for him.
Yeah.
Um,
I also love how the Mets have like one of the top 3 salaries right now, and they're just
Ass.
they're
ass.
terrible. Well, because they're paying back end guys. Like, it's multiple guys that they're paying like that. They thought they were being smart.
But they
Yeah.
missed their window, and now they got to
Yeah.
pay everybody.
Exactly. So prison guy or baseball?
Prison guy.
Prison guy. Fuck Larry Nasser.
Oh
You guys
yeah,
remember that guy?
Barely.
the
So
old
le-
U.S. gymnastics.
Oh, that fucking guy.
That
medical
guy.
trainer or whatever.
Yeah, he was the head physician for the U.S. gymnastics teams.
And then another place he was.
Michigan State.
Okay.
Yeah. And he did these physical exams on these girls. Basically, he's just getting all up in there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Exactly. If you're not watching on YouTube,
You
you
should
just
be.
missed it. Yeah. So he's in prison for the rest of his life.
Good. The
And-
rest of his short ass life.
Well, they're trying to make it shorter because somebody stabbed him like 6 times or something like that, punctured his lung, didn't quite kill him though. So everybody's like, ah,
No, they did that. They did that shit on purpose.
guess we
You don't
gotta
get
try
stabbed si-
again.
You don't get stabbed 6 times and survive because they messed up.
Right. Well, I think he probably dropped and was like, and maybe got stopped. Who knows? I don't know the whole story. I just know he got stabbed and not enough.
Also, they're probably trying to move quick.
Yeah.
Stab real quick, get on with their day. Because the longer you linger, you know.
The
I heard a
more
song
their
about
case
that.
gets stuck with a finger. Did you have to?
Did you
have
Did you have to use your finger?
The other
Turn
thing
your
was,
head and call.
yeah. Did we all watch the home run derby?
Until Julio got eliminated.
I still watched it.
I watched some highlights.
Dude, you can't blow your load in the first inning.
Yeah.
Like
Fucking-
41. He's just like cranking him.
He's like, watch
Stop.
this.
Stop at like
Mhm.
32 next time.
He's like, I will never win the home run derby, but I'll also have the most home runs ever as
In a home run
participant of the home run derby.
He's gonna have like 500 home runs in the home run derby and in 3 appearances.
And never
No.
advance past the second round.
Well, he was in the championship last year.
Yeah, last year.
Oh, okay.
Didn't he lose the Juan Soto last year?
Yeah.
I want to see that Ellie De La Cruz. Is that his name?
Yes, that guy is fun.
He's
So-
so hot right now.
He's just fucking smacking the ball. Did they put him in the All-Star game at all, or did they just say nah?
He hadn't been around long enough.
Yeah, because
Yeah, but they did it with a couple years ago. What was his name? He was like number 60 or 66. Bigger dude. Not from. He wore red. Maybe it was the Angels. Anyway, they let somebody in. Like he was in the league for like 2-3 weeks, and
really, because
I
I
can't-
thought there was a game.
all right, I'm looking it up.
There's a game minimum.
Well, no, it was. They saw how well he was doing, and they were like, "Yeah, we're putting him in."
Like a
okay.
coach's selection sort of
Something
deal.
like that. God, what is his name? He switched teams. He's not on the same team anymore.
Daniel Vogelbach.
Nope.
Danny
He's
Burgers.
foreign.
Danny
He's
Burgers.
a foreign guy. He's black, so he could be from Cuba or Puerto
Cuba,
Rico,
Dominican.
Dominican.
Yasiel Puig?
Yes,
Oh yeah.
there it is.
He's
Puig.
he's not even in the league anymore.
Yeah.
He's not.
No.
He's
playing in
Yasiel
Mexico.
yeah, he was a lazy asshole.
Oh,
Like
He was
nobody
hot
like
for like 15 minutes.
he was ripping the shit out of the ball, and then they realized he didn't play any defense.
oh,
And then when he wasn't ripping the shit out of the ball because they stopped throwing him fastballs, then they're like, well, now you don't do anything.
So he stopped hitting the ball and started trying to get in fights. And apparently he's doing the same exact thing in Mexico right now.
He's Kenny Powersing it.
Yeah. But not doing well.
He's La Flama Cafe.
Yeah, you didn't want to say it.
Okay.
You didn't want to say it. You didn't want to say it on live air.
What did I not want to say?
The Flama Negro.
What? Why wouldn't I say La Flama? He's not black. He's brown.
Close enough.
Well, these people,
Wait, where is he?
they
Where's
could
he
have been
from, though?
anywhere in the world, but they're here with us. We appreciate that. I'm going to keep talking right over David and smelling salts. We make sure you're checking us out on YouTube, where you can see me do hand signals and you can watch Robin do funny things outside. I've watched the sun go down. It's been kind of interesting.
Right? We'll bring lights out next week.
No, it looks fine. It's just like I noticed just now that like the fence is way darker than when we
Right.
started.
Yeah. It's a transplant.
But for this episode, this edition of Smelling Salts with Jake, good night, universe.
Get your podcast.
You
Go Ducks.
go Ducks.
Make sure to go and check out definitelynotsellingdrugs.com.